Hi, it's Sandra,
Hi, it's Peter.
and we're Medievalist.net. Welcome to the Medievalverse for April 21st.
That's right. Happy Good Friday, everyone.
Uh, Happy Good Friday.
Mm.
Happy Easter to those of you who celebrate Easter. Easter's this Sunday, and hopefully some of you have today off or Easter Monday off for the holiday with your families. Today we're going to talk a little bit about some of the shows that we're doing, and Peter's going to talk a bit about the conference that he attended at U of T.
Yeah. First thing I just point out, we've been trying this week to put up some articles related to Easter and Christianity. I haven't been able to find as many as I've been hoping to get, and it's not that the Middle Ages is not Easter is an incredibly important holiday in the Middle Ages, but it's hard to find articles talking about it. So
I'm surprised that there's that lack of. I'm just surprised just because it's such a pivotal holiday that the fact that you've struggled to find articles has been kind of
I I had the same trouble with when we did Christmas too. There was only
of all things.
yeah,
Right?
and I kind of think it's just that scholars don't kind of focus no one's come I've never come across any article like online or not online where it says, oh, how medieval people celebrated Easter. So they or Easter week celebrations in London in the 14th century.
Yeah, you were just saying how they just mention it in like a passing reference inside an article about something else.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's too bad.
There's plenty of kind of like with the liturgy and passion plays and kind of events, and you can kind of see it if you kind of like follow along, like what's happening in like a medieval life and things like that. And you can see that on when Easter comes around, that's a big kind of feast day and special day for the kind of community. So it certainly matters in the medieval world quite a lot. So in the church. So anyways, those are ideas for any potential thesis. And
Maybe we'll, yes, prompt scholars to write about Easter and Christmas and focus on those holidays. That'd be great, like from a folkloric standpoint. Also, we're going to talk about your conference. Tell us a bit about that.
I was in at University of Toronto earlier this week for a kind of a conference on the medieval Mediterranean world. It was a kind of another, just an interesting set of papers. There was a couple about the Crusades. One that I really liked was about Richard the Lionheart and how he was portrayed in one of the Muslim chroniclers. He was basically this was Saladin's one of Saladin's followers was writing a work about it. About the Third Crusade, and he talks a lot about Richard, and he found him actually is a very positive portrayal of Richard, kind of a chivalrous, a good military leader. He also finds him treacherous, which was kind of like he's treacherous, but not in a bad way. Like he's this
There's good treachery.
Yeah, there's this good he understands why Richard is treacherous. So that was what the kind of his paper was dealing with. There was other papers related. There was one about a murder of a Jewish in Spain in like the 14th century and how that was related to tax collection. There were several.
What was your favorite paper?
There
Anything in
was
particular stood out for you?
There was one about Fulger of Chartres. He's a guy that wrote this chronicle about the First Crusade, and he stays in the Holy Land for until the 11. He dies in the 1120s, and he has this kind of work where he's gives us history, and it's very famous. This is one of the most famous Crusade chroniclers there of the First Crusade, and it's this history. It also covers like what happens, with the Crusader kingdoms afterwards, and this paper kind of dealt with how his perception of kingship would be, and what makes a good king. And in essence, he was basically saying like the Baldwins, they were good when they were religious. They were very pious and they had this militant piety. When they were kept on fighting the Muslims, and they kind of everything was due to God's efforts, But once they started thinking about secular things or kind of drifted from the path, Fougere comes in and criticizes them for that. So that was kind of an interesting kind of paper.
That's something you would like.
I'm a kind of a Crusades historian.
Just a little bit.
They,
Just a wee bit. Daybreak. No.
Yeah.
I had to throw that in there. I kind of like the Crusades. That's his thing. I don't know why he's trying to pretend. You just say I love the Crusades. I'm a medieval military guy.
I like London too.
Oh, he likes London too.
And the Vikings.
And Vikings, but not like the Crusades.
Icelandic sagas.
Oh. On to our next thing, the shows.
Yeah, there's these 3 shows that are going on right now.
So you all know by now that I'm recapping Game of Thrones. I'm also recapping the Borgias, the Renaissance saga based on the Borgias family and the corruption and scandal that surrounded Pope Alexander VI during 1492. And also, you were saying Camelot's coming.
It's actually probably been going on now. Like, we haven't seen it here in Canada. It won't actually start appearing until the fall, but I think it's kind of been about 2 or 3 weeks now into it on the US and the Stars channel?
Stars.
Okay.
Okay, I might just end up downloading it then. Or streaming online so we can get that recap going too.
So
I think that would be a good idea. That's like we're brainstorming as we do the Medievalverse. I think that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. We should plan. Yes.
We should plan. But anyway, I'm having a ton of fun recapping. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, I'm watching TV and telling you about it. How much more fun does that get, right? So I'm just saying.
Yeah, she is putting like her reviews. They're quite detailed, quite into it.
I ramble.
And
let's just bring it out now. Let's just come clean and say it. I ramble in my reviews.
She's got a certain style, and I laugh pretty much a lot.
Yeah, but he laughs at everything, so it doesn't count. But anyways,
you're funny today.
Anyways, yeah, I enjoy. Thank you. I enjoy doing it. It's good, and I'm really enjoying both shows. I don't want to get too much into it. I enjoy Game of Thrones more than Borgias. Borgias is not a bad show, but we'll get into more of a video review of that at another point. It's just different. It's much more melodrama, and it's heavy. It's like it's Italian politics. And a lot of Medici and Sforza and this and that and Machiavelli, and you're just like,
The popes aren't lighthearted, are they?
No, and it's just a lot of, it's complicated. You got to follow all the politics and stuff, and if you're not, I did a bit of reading prior to recapping the Borgias because I knew that Renaissance politics were complicated, tricky, and ever-changing. So I wanted to sort of get my feet wet before I started watching, and they started throwing out all these family names, and I got confused. So, but it is rather detailed, and it's an interesting show. I mean, Jeremy Irons he's awesome. Not as awesome as he could be in this. I love him. It's like, I love this, and I love you in it, but I'll get into that later. But it's Jeremy Irons. Like, the gentleman who plays Cesare Borgia, he's a young, I think he's French-Canadian, Francois Arnault, and he's fantastic. He is the Tony Soprano of 1492. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
He's awesome. Great job. He's 25, and he's killing it as the Pope's son. I love it. But anyways, we'll talk about that in a further review, and I'm just telling you what you have. To look forward to.
Yeah, I get, we've been watching the Game of Thrones. We will have that review of the second episode coming up right after the show ends on Sunday night. So come back here on Sunday night just after, and you'll see
we'll be wearing the same clothes because we're going to do that review.
Yeah, we're doing that next on Medievalverse stuff.
Well, it's supposed to be like Sunday, but anyways, whatever.
And then, like the Camelot, like I guess I'm kind of interested in seeing that.
Me streaming. That's what's going to happen.
Okay. Like the one thing. Yeah. There are a lot of Arthurian tales, Arthur. There's another show out there called Merlin that's out there right now.
Okay, but Merlin is cornball.
Merlin is much more of a magic.
One of my good friends is like all over Merlin, and I'm sure, I don't know. Yeah. I just can't get into it. I'm trying. I'm gonna try, but I don't know. Peter didn't like it really.
It's okay.
Jen's all over that show. Insanely in love with Merlin.
When I look at a show like there's two kind of medieval topics, the Arthur and Robin Hood. Those things get done
killed.
Yeah, all the time, and it actually tells you more about our perceptions of what's good and what's what should be a good guy.
Merlin and Arthur are the same age.
Hello,
right there. It's just kind of lost me, but whatever. Yeah, I guess you got to suspend your disbelief. Anyways.
So those kind of I'll be interested to see what their take is on Camelot, and probably more sex than Merlin gets.
Because as Peter and I have said before, we know you guys love sex.
Yes, it's Good Friday today, by the way.
Oh, it's Good Friday. Good topic, Peter. Anyways, okay. Have a very good Friday. Yes. A clean Good Friday.
Mm-hmm. We will be back on. You'll see us Sunday for All Request Sundays. Please send those requests. We will try
Saturday night.
Saturday night. We will
Peter
try.
We'll
try to do our best for Easter Sunday on that. We will also be kind of posting. Keep on posting, keeping you entertained with all things medieval.
Because we are just so entertaining. Anyway, okay, thank you everyone for listening to us ramble again, and we will see you Sunday and Friday. Bye!
Bye-bye.